Yo. Welcome back to a JefeCast 12/29, 2021. I know it's been a good week or so. Yeah, my Christmas kind of got turned a little upside down. It was my mom's fault. Sorry, I don't mean to put her on blast like that, but it was. And the culprit of such food poisoning that I have taken was this here. Yeah, it's a meatball. Ate two of them, ruined my weekend. So I had two of those, and then in the middle of the night, it just all went down. So I just had to recover from the food poisoning, and I didn't want to rush myself back or whatever because I didn't really feel. Still, you know, you feel better, but you can still feel like the sickness, like the whatever it is, just lingering. I just had that lingering feel. But today, I feel great, and I'm back to normal or what have you. Hopefully, everybody's Christmas was good and eventful. Um, Mine was pretty good. Me and Kennedy hung out that day, and when hung out with my aunt, my mom, my brother, my cousins. So it was cool. But thanks to my mom's meatballs, I spent the night puking up my guts. So yeah, that was awesome. Great. Enjoyed that. Excuse me, my daughter. She's so rude. Um, so come on, you got to go somewhere. Seriously, you're not gonna be talking in my background. You got a whole house here. I don't know why you're just right. Sorry, guys. So, kids today, sickening. Yo, I went and watched The Matrix again because the first time I watched it, I felt like I paid close attention, and maybe I didn't because I felt like the movie was okay. I was like, I expected The Matrix to be a little better, so I watched it again. And when I watched it the second time, I really understood the movie and I really enjoyed it a lot more. So if you haven't seen The Matrix, man, check it out. It's definitely it's an interesting story. The way they're telling the story of like it's like a mind. I can't say the word because my daughter is in my vicinity, but it's just like a mind warp. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about the Matrix trilogy movies that we watched in the simulation like it's a game, and it's but overall, like when you watch it back and you like check it out, it has a lot of symbolism, because Neo, he's supposed to represent that's not, I don't know, Jesus, but like the one Trinity, Holy Trinity, and all that, blah blah blah. But it's actually a good movie. I mean, it makes a lot of sense once you watch it back. So I was always asking why they didn't bring back Morpheus, and apparently Morpheus, it's been how many years? I think it said 60 years. It's been a long time, since he was the last events that we've seen. So Morpheus is basically dead in a sense. But that's why they have the new guy. The new guy is a program in a modal that Neo, who's still in the Matrix, he created. And so you have like different characters like Mr. Anderson. I mean, I always call him Mr. Anderson. Smith, the original Smith. And like you have Trinity, but everybody sees, because it'll be times you'll see a reflection of them, but they're an old person or they look different. And you realize that the person that's behind this manipulation, they basically put a face over them so that people see them as one thing, but they're really Neo. You know what I'm saying? Like put John Legend head on my face, but it's really me. You get like he sees as him, everybody else sees somebody else. So that's how like him and Smith never got into like that that altercation. The whole point was the therapist, which he was obviously the bad guy from the commercial. Neil Patrick Harris. Obviously, if you don't know that. No, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling that for you. You didn't know that he was the bad guy. He looked like the bad guy, and he was wearing blue glasses, which I was like signifies like the blue pills or whatever. And it's I can go on and on, but it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I want to know where they're going to go with it. I mean, the way it left off, you know that the therapist not going to rock. So and Smith, I love when Smith, like, it was a gun laying on the floor, and Smith picked up the gun. He was like drawn to the gun, and like when he picked it up, he just kind of like unlocked himself. Like his memories came back, and because the whole time Neo don't want to, like, Neo does not. He's like he's been his therapist has basically told him that he tried to kill himself, and that the Matrix and all that is all in his mind. Like it's his mind building up defenses to whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when certain things is happening, he's just like, I don't want no, like, oh no, hell no, like I don't want no parts of it. Like, but when Anders, when Smith turned it to, like, when he said his name, Mr. Anderson, he was like, oh no, like, yo, I love them fighting each other. I would like to see, I would like to see more what they're gonna do with that. Matrix, pretty good movie. I ain't gonna sit on there too long, but it was pretty good. Uh, what's up with Conor McGregor? It's my dog, but like, sheesh, man, what's going on in the gym? Was it right after a workout session? Has to be, has to be. 190, going at 190. I wonder if he's that's going to be his new fighting weight, or is that just his walking around weight? You know, maybe because trying to build extra muscle around that leg now. Um, but he's still small. Like John Jones and them guys are like what, around 190, 200. So what would he be fighting? Light, heavy, or heavy? I think he can fight, but he's still small. Like I don't want to see him in there with Adesanya. It's too long, and I don't know, like, or John Jones, like. So I don't know what Connor's going to do with this weight, but that's one of my favorite fighters. Even though he's kind of took a L, but at least, no offense, I love Ronda Rousey. At least he, came back for more. She rolled out, and then I'll never forget when she came back and she fought Amanda Nunes. This is why I don't buy UFC pay per views no more. No offense, Dana White, love your product, but this is why I don't buy no more. Ronda Rousey was about to fight Amanda Nunes a year after, the whole Holly Holm kicked her lips off, and and at the time I was dating my youngest daughter's mother, and I don't know if I was just because I was a big fan of Rousey, and the woman that she was fighting was Hispanic like her, and she was pumped for New Year's, and she was just hoping that Rousey got whipped, and we all talking trash to each other, and yo, she brutalized Ronda Rousey in a minute. The laughing that I had to hear that night was like, I was like, never again. I will never spend $65 on another pay per view to see somebody that I thought was going to come in for a fight and get beat up in 60 seconds. But that was horrible. But at least my man came back. He came back for some more. Now, hey, since you like to talk, come here. Bring your face. I want you to explain something because you brought this to my attention. All right. Come on. Get in there. Sit down. Sit down. Stop being weird. Oh, so you go, really? This is my daughter. She looks, you're about to push you over, bro. Stop. All right. So, what's up with this? You showed me this. What is this?
It's the It's what you write on your hand. I mean your wrist. So when you go to sleep, you can see how you die.
And why would people want to do that?
Um,
Now, um, that's all you heard. What happened to the girl who? What have you heard happened to the girl who did
she
this?
never woke up.
Never woke up. I think a guy commented on my page today something like, some girl, something happened to another girl, some girl. I have to look at the comments, but I was just trying to tell. Okay, see you later. All right, move.
I
I'm just
moved
trying to get you out the
myself.
way. Get, excuse me, Kennedy, get out the way.
Why would you do
Come
that?
on. Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
Where's my?
So I I was curious, right? Uh, I'm looking at the codes. This is whatever, right? So the little girl writes. Apparently, if you write this number on your wrist, it feels like you're dying when you're sleeping. You have a dream about dying, and when you die in the dream, you die in real life. So I'm trying this out to see if it's real or not. If I don't answer in 24 hours, you know what happened to me. And it has the time to die with the devil horn emoji at the face at the bottom. Right? I I've never my birthday's Halloween. Straight up. I'm not even gonna lie. 10/31, 1990. That is my birthday. You don't play one thing I know you don't play with spirits. You don't. Kennedy shows me this. These Grabavio codes. These codes are supposed to be written on your wrist to manifest these to come true and have high expectations. Now, listen to how vain and how material and weight loss, weight growth, money, friends, growing, hair growth, boyfriend, girlfriend, nail growth. Okay. People want to say that they believe in these codes. I'm not believing in what you want to. I mean, believe in whatever you want to. I'm just going to say this. You think the universe gives a damn about you having friends, about you having a boyfriend or girlfriend, nail growth, weight loss, so you can fit in that small dress? Like, yo, y'all gotta really like what? I would if there was world codes because apparently we're playing GTA today. We're going to just be putting in right, left, R2, triangle, square, circle, square, left, right, up, down for unlimited money and ammo. Like, what are y'all talking about? I just be feeling like people don't understand what they're opening themselves up to. Like, you take little, you take things as jokes. This little girl, if this is true, she hasn't woken up. I have to find the comment that the dude wrote because he had said something about a girl, a young girl, 10-year-old girl, something about her, and she's in something. And it's just like just want to put that out there to draw to your attention if you have children, because my daughter's a lot smarter. Not saying any child who does that is dumb, but you you're quite naive. If How aren't you afraid to put something on your arm that when you go to sleep you're going to see yourself die? What? You see the face I had to make? I try to give you the ugliest face. What do you mean? I don't want to see my bruh. Kennedy, come on now. We have a 3-story townhouse, and she sits up in here in my face. Stop being nosy. Shut the door and go handle your business, please. Alrighty then. But I think that's so crazy. Write some codes in the air. I, and I saw a comment. A girl said, "I didn't believe it, so I did it. I air wrote the numbers and smiled. And later that afternoon, I had some unexpected some money or something." Okay, all right. All right, and even if that is true, what are you opening yourself to? Like, what are I just don't think people understand. Like, we you can take a lot from the movies you watch, even if you don't believe it or not. Like, you open yourself to spirits. They are things that's trying to always get in you. It's unseen or like I don't want good or bad spirits passing through me. Excuse me. Hey, leave me be. Leave me be. Talking. I'm trying to signal you underneath the screen, but I'm telling you to get up out of here again for like the fourth time. You're like ruining my podcast. You're making it. You're starting to upset me. This girl is becoming more and more hard headed, and there's days. Y'all remember Mr. and Mrs. Smith when he was just like, and some days that little girl, she pushing it. Cause I don't beat her. I don't beat her. Never beat her. I don't believe in fathers hitting daughters because no man should hit your daughter. And so if I don't hit you, if any dude do hit you, you know that's off. So I try not. But Lord Jeebus, she pushing it. Mm. So where was I? Those codes ridiculous. Believe what you want. Remember little Hercules? I remember when I was a little kid and I saw this kid. I was like, what? I was older than him by like 2 years. And I'm like, what? Look at the stomach. It looks grotesque. I'm sorry. Not him. Now I was reading about him. His parents are wild. His father, especially, like had good intentions, but the way that he pushed his son was 6 years old, benching 200 pounds, bro. Between 6 and 8. What are you talking about? That's the regiment that he was on was just brutal for a child. And they said that his he would only be able to eat lean meats, what was it? Lean meats, fruits and vegetables. And the father would sit in front of him and eat pizza. like but eventually, because I was curious when I saw that article, I was like, what happened to him? I wonder he had found a little success and stuff. But you gotta admit, doing that from 4 or 6 to in your teenagers, you would hate. I would hate it. I know I would hate working that hard, not eating a Reese cup. Oh my goodness, that alone right there, just I quit. I'm done. I need at least 2 of those a week. This is what he looks like now. You know, he has like a real barbarian face, like a caveman kind of still. But I mean, he had a strong face as a kid. Yeah, he let it go. He still got that big line down his stomach though. But I'm glad that he seems like he's enjoying himself and he's not stressed with having to. When you look like that at a young age, you become body conscious. Like everything is about his body. So now it seems like he's in a place where he's happy and comfortable with himself and his own skin, and I'm happy to see that. Very happy to see that with him. For my Redskins fans, and who was wrong? Because I already, in my opinion, I know who I feel was wrong. But y'all check this out. I'm gonna show 2 clips. I meant to shoot it all in one, but when I realized Allen didn't want smoke. He did. Watch when Payne stands up to him. He not doing all that barking when he's standing when after he swung on him. But then when she's sitting down, he get all fired up. So one thing you don't do, and we could be men, but you don't stand over me, and you definitely don't poke me in my face. Nah, I'm sorry. Like now, look. He don't want like it don't look like he really want that smoke. I love how I love how Allen. I mean, that's a Payne. Payne is the one I feel in the wrong. I love how Allen's face is. He tell him, he said, "You don't put your hands on me. You don't put your hands on me," and he just does like this. Watch, but you don't do that. You don't do that. I hate to see it on the bench like that, but you don't stand over another man and poke him in his face unless you know what's coming back. You do that to suckers. He must have thought he was a sucker, and you know him, so you can't do that. Come on, watch this. Watch Payne's body language after he gets swung on. He don't really want to smoke. You Yo, if he would have hit him with that, watch his face. He said, "You don't put your hands on me. You don't put your hands on me," and watch his face. He just so then watch. He gonna try to get fired up now. Now he fired up. But what was all that when after he just swung on you? Yeah, I mean it sounds good, and I'm not saying that Payne's not a tough guy, but I think he know him and Allen go back. I think he know about Allen. I'm gonna be real with you because all that. I mean, he did a little blah, probably thinking he wasn't gonna pop off on him on the bench because it was a prime time game and threw the Jonah on him, and he probably was like, "Whoa, I wasn't." Oh, wait. Nah, ain't no wait. Don't you put your hands on me? He had nothing to say after that. He all getting fired up. Yeah. I love my Skins, man. But I was thinking, when have we had when's the last quarterback that we had that can sling, bruh? Like Mark Brunell was probably the one quarterback we had who could stand back there and throw the ball. Like I'm not knocking RG, but RG had he had the RPO and that opened the field. But I'm talking about just stood there, was able to throw the receivers. Those two touchdown bombs to Santana Moss over the Cowboys that night, I will never forget that. That instantly made Mark Brunell one of my favorite Redskins quarterbacks ever because that's when we was getting beat by the Cowboys like every year, twice a year for like 10 years. It was bad. Brunell came in there, dropped them 2 dimes. I'm just like, when can the Redskins finally get an offense that matches the defense? Like, why can everybody else do it? At one point, we had Clint Portis, we had Santana Moss, Sean Taylor, Cooley. And then, we got this brutal defense. We got what happened to the other receiver from Carolina? Is he hurt still? Like, yo, really? Like, McLaurin could be better, but they was going to double him. You know what I'm saying? He's not the biggest guy. He's fast, but he's not Tyreek Hill. He's not electric. Like, he's fast, but he's not like, I don't know, man. I would love to see. I like Heineke, but Heineke, he's just a smaller guy. I like Fitzpatrick, but he's older. I want somebody who will come in and who can we get in free agency? You got a couple of guys coming up, and you know what? This is the type of team Redskins is. There'll be Aaron Rodgers out there. There'll be Russell Wilson, and they'll get Jimmy Garoppolo. That's who the Redskins are. They back in the day they would have got the big name. Now they're going to go and try to get. Oh, I would be mad if we came back with Jimmy Garoppolo. Not really mad. I wouldn't be mad, but I don't want Jimmy Garoppolo. He's a winner in a sense, like his win-loss record, but don't want that smoke. Hey, there was another. They called it a fight, but it wasn't really a fight. Washington Wizards. This was all like the same night. They must have been. This must have been something in the air in these DC teams.
Then you go down with injury due to ACL. I see a guy like Thomas Bryant coming out like a gangbuster. I mean, he has all right to leave it out on the court every night, whether it's practice, whether it's 2 minutes, whether it's 20 minutes. A guy like Thomas Bryant who has sat there this entire season and half of last season, and all he could do was just watch and cheer. I mean, if that's not enough incentive.
Well, we got a timeout here on the floor. 4-0.
I don't know what the conversation was, but yeah, there's a lot of argument going on with our DC teams. I was saying people criticizing some of the Marvel shows and how they haven't fully fleshed out each story. Guys, listen. Just we're getting the shows. It just be blowing me, and people just expect way too much. Like, look, it's only so much people can put in certain things, and I know we all want the perfect, the perfect episodes and all that. But it's good. It's really good for what it is, and it's just like people just be demanding for stuff. Like, just be patient. Thank goodness they're even giving us these shows, or we could be sitting here marvelous all year. So I don't know. People just sickening. Just expecting way too much. I think that all the shows have been good. Have there been some issues with some of them, like small issues? Yeah, but it's cool. Get over it. It's a TV show. I'm not gonna live or die based on the TV show. Just saying. Speaking of great movies, let's check out the Batman.
Bruce Wayne.
Sorry?
I wouldn't be bothering you here, but your people keep telling me you're unavailable. You know, you really could be doing more for this city. Your family has a history of philanthropy, but as far as I can tell, you're not doing anything.
Riddler is asking for you.
The killer left this for the Batman. Why is he writing to you?
You came. I've been trying to reach you.
Riddler's latest. It's all about the Waynes. If we don't stand up, no one will.
You got a lot of cats.
I have a thing about strays. The bat and the cat. It's got a nice ring.
You a new friend of yours?
I'm not so sure. I'm just here to unmask the truth about this cesspool we call a city. You're part of this too.
Hands up! Stay still!
How am I a part of this? Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were. Bruce Wayne. All these years, you lied to me, Alfred. We all have our scars, Bruce.
You're still a Wayne.
He's involved in this? No, he's not involved.
How do you know? He's a vigilante! Who are you under there? What are you hiding?
Selena, they'll throw your life away.
Don't worry, honey. I got 9 of them.
It can be cruel, poetic, or blind. But when it's denied, it's through violence you may find.
Justice. The answer's justice.
Come on, vengeance. Let's get into some trouble.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. When I heard Mr. Twilight was going to take over the role, I was more than underwhelmed. But it seems like it's turning out to be a pretty decent looking movie. So I like their take on the Riddler. It's different, especially from the one that Jim Carrey did, which is what you want to do when you try to do all these characters, right? Make them different. John Madden passed away. Rest in peace, old John Madden. One of my favorite games ever to one of my favorite games ever is based off of him basically. And I want to know, like, I don't know, when I think about what was my favorite Madden, I think everybody's favorite Madden was the one with Michael Vick on the cover for the most part. For the most part, I used to enjoy playing the older Maddens, and you could actually have fun. Now it's just like a headache. But yeah, man. But yeah, I'll be doing probably one more episode before the end of the year, like on the 31st. Probably. I want to do a top 10 of some stuff, so I'm glad I didn't want to take too long to say. I just want to run through this really quickly. I've been gone for a while, and I've just been trying to get back because of these goddamn meatballs. 2 of them did me wrong. Having boys suffering. With that being said, I'm gone because I'm ready to kick my daughter's butt for ruining my podcast. Y'all be easy. You know what it is.